have started a new one called the Long-Awaited Invitation. Now let's head out of here. Oh, good. It didn't take me all the way outside. I was kind of worried. I don't know if you can get back in here after. So I just want to make sure I have everything. All right, let's head out and go talk to the Lorekeeper for some advice. Jazzy, I'm feeling more and more myself. I dare say my pages are crisp and my spine is not so creased. Have you done it? Have you ended the feud between Maleficent and Hades? Not quite. Both of them want to hear an apology, but neither of them wants to apologize. I'm not surprised. Nothing can be simple with those two. I did discover something interesting, though. Both of them stole story magic from your pages. Maybe that's what set this whole thing off? Why, yes. Now I remember. Maleficent flipped through my pages and drained me of an old story about her. And Hades did the same, ripping from me an old tale about him. The snippets in Maleficent's castle and the palace on Mount Olympus were causing all sorts of trouble. I captured them using my royal net. Why didn't you say so? Restore them to my pages at once. So now we need to reorder the Spark of Spite in the Lorekeeper's pages. Okay, I want to reorder. Okay, so here we are. Ooh, there we go. The Spark of Spite. Oh, I do want to unlock the tail. Oh my, this one is large. Okay. Depending on how crazy this goes, I may have to come meet you back here. Okay, so that would mean this can only be up here. I am using the philosophy with doing these as I use for when I do puzzles in real life. Namely, you do the out of pieces first and then you work your way in. So far, it's been working pretty well for me, actually. Okay, so I think this goes down here somewhere. All right, welcome back. So I just have one more piece to fill in. This one did take me longer to do than some of the other ones, but there were so many pieces. There we go. So this is what it looks like. Both reasons for them to be upset and angry. New reward unlocked. Ooh, that looks fun. Jazzy, did you see what I saw within my pages? Maleficent and Hades share a deep wound. Neither felt welcome at an important gathering. Both took the slight rather personally. Maleficent wasn't invited to Aurora's honoring ceremony, and Hades didn't feel like anyone wanted him at the birth of Hercules, at the celebration of Hercules' birth. Precisely, Maleficent caused Aurora from that, or cursed Aurora from that day forward. And then, of course, the Hades one. Yes, yes. After that ignominious snub, Hades was more determined than ever to overthrow Mount Olympus. I don't get why this matters. Because now I remember precisely what led to Maleficent and Hades to steal away the Storybook Vale in the first place. During the forgetting, my old friend Merlin neglected to invite the villainous pair to a great gathering of all the most powerful magic wielders in the valley. He meant to, really, he merely forgot. Maleficent and Hades swore revenge for being disrespected once more. That's what this is all about? Those two are such babies. I feel like I should do that one, but I'm going to say I get it. It feels bad not to be included. Yes, despite being the mistress of all evil and the lord of the underworld, their feelings are all too human, aren't they? Perhaps if there was some way to make them both feel important and included. Something like with fancy invitations made just for them? Yes, yes. Invite them to a great gathering to discuss how we can put a stop to the never after once and for all. We need a name for this endeavor, something to unite us all. Um, I like the Lorekeeper's Legion, but say the Grand Council of the Never After? Or the Guardians of the Vale. Oh my, how heroic. Maleficent and Hades will feel quite flattered indeed. It's time to assemble the Guardians of the Vale. Jazzy, make the invitations and gather everyone right here in the Library of Lore. I will prepare a stirring speech. Okay, so we just need to grab a couple more things. So we need 3 fuchsia eternal poppies. We need 3 pink rose, 12 petrified wood, 14 fairy bubbles, and 14 lightning spice. So I am going to come over here to the, or actually, I guess I need to go to foraging and find out where those are. Okay, fiery plains of Mount Olympus, and the pink rose is Teapot Falls and the Beanstalk Marshes. So let's go ahead and use our map. Let's go to Mount Olympus because from there we can go directly to the Beanstalk Marshes and we'll hope for the best. I am, just for visibility's sake, going to change my light setting so you can do that under graphics. And it's actually night where I am recording this. So we will turn it back to where it is day. And we're looking for fuchsia. I'm seeing a lot of red, but not fuchsia. Let me just grab that to make sure they're not calling that fuchsia for some reason. No. Oh, I see fuchsia off in the distance. So that's what the fuchsia ones look like. I'm just going to wander around trying to find these flowers, these and the pink roses, and then I will meet you at the crafting table, or at least at the next step. Okay, so our next thing that we have to do is to craft the invitations. Also, I just wanted to say, in case you didn't see the update from a couple days ago, you can now craft storybook magic from the snippets that you catch. So that's kind of exciting. Okay, so there are 2 different invitations that you need to craft. One for each person. So now we need to deliver the invitation. So let's give Hades his. Jazzy, what's this? An apology from Maleficent? Yeah, not likely. Wait a second. Is this an invitation? Oh, humble lord of the underworld, we request your presence. Hey, now that's the kind of respect I deserve. Not like what I get from any of the gods at Zeus's parties. But hold on, what are you inviting me to? Merlin's retirement bash? It's a very important meeting with the Lorekeeper. We need your help to stop the never after. Let me see here. We invite you to the first meeting of the Grand Council of the Never After? We can't do it without you. You know, I would like to deal with all of the ink around here. It's really messing up the ambiance. But before I SVP to this thing, I got one question. Is Maleficent going to be there? Hopefully. Ugh, I knew there had to be a catch. You two need to put the silly feud aside for the good of the Vale. Hey, it's Maleficent who needs to leave me alone. You know, she's the one who started all this. Everything was going great until she put some kind of whammy on me. Then all the ink started showing up on Mount Olympus. Maleficent cursed Mount Olympus? That's weird. I'll ask her about it. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be real forthcoming about that. Look, I'll show up at this little shindig to help fix the Never After, but once that's done, Maleficent had better stay out of my territory. Okay, so now we have to deliver Maleficent, which is over here in the Beanstalk Marshes. Let's hope it goes a little bit better than Hades. But I guess he's still going to come, so that's something. Give her the invitation.
What is it now?
Why, what's this? Some sort of invitation? We humbly request your attendance. My attendance where? Ink is still spilling all over the Vale. We need your help to stop the Never After. We invite you to the first meeting of the Grand Council of the Never After. Please meet us in the Library of Lore. You want me to descend from my castle and mingle with the rabble? We need your help, Maleficent. We can't do it without you. I suppose you are all hopelessly lost without me, aren't you? I've only one question. Will Hades be there? Yes, he will. Ugh, you want me to waste a moment more in the presence of that fool? Put aside your feud with Hades, just for now, please. You'll be the real guest of honor. Put aside my feud. Hades started all of this. He put a curse on my castle. The ink appeared here before anywhere else in the Vale. That's strange. Hades told me that you started the feud and that the ink started appearing on Mount Olympus first. And you believe that fiery fool? You are far more naive than I thought, Jazzy. Still, I will attend your little gathering and help you set the Vale right, but only so that I may remind everyone who is the rightful ruler of the Vale.
We shall speak again soon.
Okay, talk to the Lorekeeper when you're ready to start the meeting. And I would just like to say, I think we all know who is the rightful leader of the Vale, and it is neither Maleficent nor Hades. All right, so let's use the fast travel to the Library of Lore, and let's hope for the best. Okay. Maleficent and Hades have agreed to meet. They have, but something a little funny came up when I talked to both of them. They both blamed the other for starting the feud. More finger pointing, of course. We should have expected as much. I'm not so sure about that. Maleficent and Hades both said that the ink started showing up before their feud began. Why, they must be mistaken. The Never After is surely connected to their feud. If it isn't, then I'm afraid I don't have the faintest clue what's really causing all of this trouble. No, this must be the doing of those vile villains. Oh dear, speaking of which, the mistress of all evil has finally taken it upon herself to come down from her castle, and Hades is sure to be here at any moment. He's actually already here. Let the first meeting of the Grand Council of the Never After begin. If the fireballs start flying, do be sure to duck. There is Maleficent in all of her glory. And here is Hades in all of his glory. Oh.
This is a pleasant surprise.
Watch as the mistress of all evil and the lord of the underworld finally meet. Ah, Maleficent, you're looking a little greener than usual. It's really working for you. My appearance is entirely irrelevant to the task at hand. I've been looking into the mysterious ink bleeding from the veil. And I've discovered that there's a deeper magic at work. Deeper magic? What are we talking about here? Something is wrong with the veil. Something beyond the two of us. I am willing to overlook your disrespect for now. Because if we don't set aside this dispute, there may not be a veil left to rule over. Hey, if you're willing to let bygones be bygones temporarily, I guess I can too. Oh, we are mending the room. Oh, good. We have fixed a feud, albeit temporarily. Uh-oh. What happened? Okay, so let's talk to Hades first. So, Maleficent up and disappeared, huh? You know, I thought I'd be happier about this. Maybe you've secretly grown to appreciate her. No, maybe, let's say, maybe without Maleficent to oppose you, you don't know who you are. What are you, my shrink? I could go my whole eternal life without ever wanting to see Maleficent again, trust me. Thing is, the way she just disappeared kind of bugs me. I may not like her, but I gotta admit she's tough. If something's made her disappear like that, well, my guess is that I'm next on the chopping block. I won't let that happen. Sure, yeah. But how exactly are you going to stop it if Maleficent couldn't? We've got to figure out what happened to Maleficent and maybe that runaway princess she's always complaining about, too. But until you do that, I'm going to enjoy running this place on my own. Maybe I'll just mosey on over to Mal's castle. Don't try anything. I'm watching you. Okay, I'll play nice. If you figure out where Maleficent went, you let me know. All right, will ya? Whatever's going on, I'll get to the bottom of it. I guess that means figuring out what happened to Princess Aurora.
Yada yada, fine print, boilerplate, blah, blah. Okay, good, we're done.
Oh dear. The feud between Maleficent and Hades has resolved at last. But the Never After rages harder than ever. What happened to Maleficent? The tiles on the floor began to glow. The ones that form the shape of Princess Aurora's face. I sense that to solve this once and for all, you will need to find Princess Aurora. Until we discover more, keep tending to the veil, Jazzy. I'm sure clues are bound to turn up eventually. So a long-awaited invitation quest is complete. And this actually finishes the storyline for part 1 of Storybook Vale. We still have one more video left for this area, and that is Hades Friendship Level 10 quest, which we will see tomorrow. But thank you so much for joining me today on this long and wild ride, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye!